Hey everyone, before starting this video, I just wanted to say thanks for the insane amount of support I've been getting in the last month or so. At the time of writing this script, the channel has just surpassed 1,000 subscribers, which is already way more than I ever imagined I'd get, so genuinely thank you all so much. Glitches in Borderlands games can be pretty funny, whether it's Dancing Skags, the Savagely Space Program, or Borderlands' inherent car glitchiness. Glitches can bring hours of laughter to the game, especially when playing with friends. However, not all glitches are welcome. Some glitches in Borderlands 3 can make the game harder or downright impossible to complete, and those are the glitches we are talking about today. Hey everyone, I'm Constant Canadian, and these are the worst glitches in Borderlands 3. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Weapons falling through the floor is a tale as old as Borderlands itself, and the Borderlands franchise does have its fair share of floor disappearing trickery. This was a huge issue back in the days of Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel, as there was no lost loot machine in the game, as well as no photo mode exploits to get further grab distances. However, the lost loot machine in Borderlands 3 isn't perfect, and photo mode doesn't reach infinitely, so this is still an issue in Borderlands 3, even if not as big of one, and can still get you at the most unsuspecting of times. This glitch honestly isn't even really that annoying, and can pretty much be fixed with a simple save quit. However, if you're trying to speedrun the game, or even just rush the story to get to the fun bits, then this glitch can be pretty frustrating. Upon traversing to the Central Arterial Station on Promethea, defeating the Rampager, and entering the vault, you are tasked to break a hunk of iridium with the new artifact you just found in the vault. In some very rare situations, there is a small chance that that hunk of iridium you're asked to break just doesn't appear at all, making this objective impossible to complete. Like I said before, this glitch is usually fixed with a simple save quit, and while the patch notes from Gearbox say they fixed this glitch, I only ever experienced this glitch for the first time after that hotfix was released, so I don't think that it's completely gone. AI is a pretty difficult thing to code right. A lot of games really struggle with coding their AI's strategy, and oftentimes go way too overboard with the code, causing it to completely crap out. While I'm not about to say that Borderlands AI is too complex, it still has this problem. This bug can be pretty funny at times, like when it happens to Grave Ward during a casual farm sesh. However, there are two times when this bug is an absolute fun ruiner. During a boss's immunity phase, keeping that immunity phase running indefinitely, and when it's on an enemy that is entirely out of reach. Nothing ruins the fun of the slaughter shaft more than an enemy's AI getting locked up before they've even entered the arena, making you have to restart the entire round just to deal with that one single glitched enemy. The latter happens most often in the Slaughter 3000 map, where jetpack troopers, dash troopers, and other random enemies will just get locked up exiting their spawn gates. But these are just the times that it happens to hostile NPCs. There are a whole bunch of times where this glitch will happen to an NPC you're supposed to be escorting, or following, or fighting with. And sometimes the AI will eventually figure its stuff out, but other times you'll have to restart the entire escort or fight all over again, which can get pretty damn aggravating. Let me set a scene for you. You just got home from your 9 to 5 on a Friday night, you hit up your friends, and hop on some Borderlands 3 to grind out some raids. Everything is good, you're all having fun. Only, your damage seems a bit lower than you remember it being, and something about your character just feels a little off. You brush it off and keep farming. Eventually, after a solid 4 hours, you and your friends have gotten some crazy loot. I'm talking perfect company mans, some pretty sweet cloning maddening trackers, a couple +5 class mods. Oh, and don't forget your perfect parted speedload and Hellwalker you got on your last run. You decide to wrap up this awesome gaming session for the night and put all your items in the bank with all of your other God roll weapons and items you farmed for the last 5 years. The next day, you log on again to start build crafting for your new items. You open your bank and gone. It's all gone. All of the gear you spent the last 5 years farming for, it's just gone. And what's more, your level 1000 Guardian rank with nearly 15% bonus loot luck has been entirely reset too. Now what if I told you that this isn't just a scene, but actually a reality that a lot of people face randomly for seemingly no reason. Nobody knows for sure what is causing this issue, but for whatever reason, since the very beginning of this game's life cycle, a very occasional bug happens that wipes out your entire profile save. This means that your bank's gone, your Guardian rank is reset, and all of your diamond keys and golden keys, as well as your vault cards and cosmetics, are completely wiped from your game. There was reportedly a mass occurrence of this bug with the release of the new movie's cosmetics, which I'm sure will make people like this movie even more. My grandfather always said don't trust the banks, but I'm not quite sure this is what he had in mind. There's very few things more annoying than a glitchy hitbox in video games. I don't mean the overlapping hitbox glitchy, like Bunker, that's fun. I more so mean the hitboxes that just randomly don't exist, are immune to certain kinds of damage, or hitboxes that are so small that they might as well be called missboxes. Borderlands 3 has a couple of these types of hitboxes, but by far the worst offenders are those associated with certain mayhem modifiers, namely the death skulls, freeze tags, and laser spinner modifiers. I don't know how they managed, but Gearbox managed to make these things hitboxes so infinitesimally small that I could shoot straight into the middle of these things with a 25 pellet shotgun at point blank range and still miss. I mean seriously, the odd occasion that I'm actually playing with mayhem modifiers on, every single freeze tag I see is just invincible because its hitbox glitched out and decided that it's going to be the size of Aurelia's heart. I could handle playing with most mayhem modifiers in Borderlands 3 on Mayhem 10, but the only 3 I really couldn't stand was these 3, because even though I did have the firepower to take them down, the hitbox just decided it wasn't working today and absolutely ruined it for me. Luckily enough, we do still have Mayhem 11, so this isn't really an issue anymore. But if we didn't have Mayhem 11, and we were still forced to deal with these broken hitboxes, I probably would have uninstalled Borderlands 3 by now. The menu in Borderlands 3 has made a lot of improvements in a way that make it way easier to use and understand. However, with these improvements have come a lot of very stupid glitches that just quite frankly shouldn't be in this game at this point. I've talked about these glitches a little bit in the past, but I want to talk about them more in length since they're still happening every single damn day. Borderlands 3's map is a significant improvement on Borderlands 2's map, hands down. You have an actual 3D view of the map, can see collectibles you've gotten, see which vendors are where, even track your map completion all from one screen. Borderlands 3's map also lets you not only see that there's a quest, but lets you see which quest it is and where it's available from. And this would be great if it actually worked properly half of the time. 95% of the time I try to view available quests on the map, it just straight up doesn't work. It'll highlight the quest marker, but then show zero info about that quest. The inventory is also a minor improvement over its predecessor, giving us a lot more ways to sort out loot than before, and letting us mark items as trash and sell them all at once. However, at least half of the time I'm trying to switch weapons around in my inventory, this is what happens. I'll click the weapon I want to equip, then click where I want to equip that weapon, and as simple as that, the weapon's equipped. Wait, what's that? The weapon didn't equip? No matter, I'll just click and click and just click and click, just click and click. Oh, for the love of click and click. Hey, there we go. And it only took 45 seconds. New record. All jokes aside, I swear, this is how it goes at least 60% of the time I want to change around weapons in my inventory. And God help you if it's an item at the bottom of your backpack, because then you have to scroll all the way down every single time the item refuses to move. I don't know if it's just happening to me, but this glitch is by far one of the most infuriating things in Borderlands 3. Remember before how I said that sometimes the NPC's AI will just glitch out and stop existing? Well, what if I told you that not only can their AI freeze, but certain enemies will just straight up become invincible for seemingly no reason. This issue is exclusive to Dash Troopers, I believe, and I don't know for sure what causes it, but sometimes the trooper will get to 1 HP and then just stop taking damage from any source. This is at the best of times a mild annoyance, but considering the most common times I see this happening are in the Malawan takedown on the last enemy I needed to clear out before the next wave, it can get pretty irritating. Thankfully, it's only with this one specific enemy, and not possible with every single NPC in the game. Another pretty stupid bug is the fact that you cannot start sprinting when you're running with Moe's spec'd into Russian offensive. You can start running, then shoot, but if you're already shooting, you have to stop moving for a second. Then you have to stop shooting, sprint, and then, and only then, can you start shooting again. This may not seem like a crazy big deal to some, but at level 72 Mayhem 11, a few seconds of your only source of lifesteal being completely gone is the difference between life or death. I find this glitch incredibly stupid because Zane, the Vault Hunter who got this skill as part of a DLC, works completely normally. You can sprint first, then shoot, shoot first, then sprint. The possibilities are, well, not endless, but still more than Moe's. This one glitch alone pretty much ruins Moe's character for me, as it really stops the fun and immersion when I have to consciously stop fighting just to start sprinting again. Have you ever tried to 100% Borderlands 3? It's a pretty time-consuming task, taking upwards of 10 hours to do, and that's if you're a professional speedrunner. While I definitely recommend doing it at least once if you're a fan of the game, there are some pretty significant hurdles standing in your way, like certain locations being very specific about counting as found, some pretty tough to find collectibles and challenges, and of course completing every single side quest in this game. That last one is made particularly tricky due to one absolutely, excruciatingly, god-awful, annoying bug. Some of you might already know where I'm going with this. I'm talking about the Claplist bug. For the uninitiated, the Claplist is a series of missions that you get from Claptrap to help out the citizens of different planets with their various issues. This entire quest line is actually a reference to the fake objectives you get in Borderlands 2's mission, Claptrap's Secret Stash, and it has you technically complete all of those objectives. However, where this becomes an absolute pain is sometimes the game will just decide that you actually don't need one of these missions, and will make one of them completely impossible to get. Full disclosure, I don't know if it is all of these missions or just specifically Kevin Conundrum and Baby Dancer, so your mileage may vary. The problem with this is that the last Claplist mission not only requires you to have completed the Claptrap Spare Parts Crew Challenge, it also requires you to have every other Claplist mission completed in the game. The last of which is not obtainable until you've made it to Necrotafeo. So you can get all the way through the game, completing every mission in the game, and still be completely shafted when the game just decides that, no, actually you're not going to be 100%ing the game this time. Thankfully, there is a way around this glitch. You just have to find somebody who actually has the mission you're missing and complete it with them. But considering this game is almost 5 years old now, that's easier said than done. Can you tell this glitch happened to me when I was trying to 100% the game? Did I project that? Because I was trying to. Fun glitches are always welcome in Borderlands games. It's kind of par for the course. But these types of game-breaking, progress-destroying glitches are so annoying and absolutely not welcome. Are there any more awful glitches in this game that I missed in this video? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching and have a fantastic day.